everyone, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be showcasing the Dahlia alongside Rappa. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know one of your favorite teams in Honkai Star Rail, and lastly, if you would like to see more Star Rail content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's team, we are using Rappa, the Dahlia, Ruan Mei, and then Fugue. And what we're going to do is just use our techniques, then get straight into today's showcase. There we go with Fugue, and now with Rappa. Boom! There we go. And now Rappa is just literally sliding off of the screen, because why not? With Fugue here, we are going to give the Foxy and Prayer buff to Rappa. And also with Ruan Mei, we will skill as well, and then use her ultimate, which will advance forward the Dahlia as well as Rappa thanks to Ruan Mei holding onto Dance Dance Dance. Now the Dahlia here, we will use her skill and follow up here with her ultimate like so. And boom, there we go. Now with Rappa, what we could do is just use her skill. Now we can follow up here with her ultimate. And her ultimate is just so cool. I love the animation so much. And boom, 1.6 million right there. With Fugue here, we will just basic attack. And now this enemy will be advanced forward, but they will get delayed. And with Ruan Mei, we will skill. With the Dahlia here, I will just use her skill as well. And now with Rappa, boom, there we go. Now we're on to the next wave here, and Dahlia will unleash her follow-up. With the Dahlia here, I will just use her skill. And now we are going to get attacked a bit here, but this is perfectly fine. We will target the Dahlia here. And now what we will do is use her skill. Boom. And with Rappa, we will just use our enhanced basic attack like so. And boom, there we go. Now the Dahlia will come in with her follow-up. And we can also use her ultimate here. Now with Fugue, we can just basic attack. Boom. Follow up here with her ultimate. And bam. Now with Ruan Mei, we will just skill. And we are going to get punched here, but this is perfectly fine. With the Dahlia, I will use her skill as well. And now with Rappa, it is her turn, but we also got enough energy to use her ultimate on her turn as well. So we're just gonna focus in the middle here. 1, 2, and 3. Boom! 1.8 million damage right there. These bugs will also blow up. Boom! And another boom. Now with Rappa, she gets another turn. Boom! And now with Fugue, I will just use her skill. With Ruan Mei, I will skill with her as well. And now with Rappa, we can attack once again. Bam! There we go. And now with Dahlia, we will skill like so. With Fugue, we can just basic attack. And with Ruan Mei, I will basic attack as well. And then use my ultimate. Just so we can reapply the buffs for the entire team. With Rappa here, I will skill. Boom! Now Dahlia will come in with her follow-up, and we can also use her skill as well. With Fugue, we can just basic attack. And now with Ruan Mei, we will skill once again. Follow up here with the Dahlia skill, and also use her ultimate. And boom! Now with Rappa, we can just basic attack and use our ultimate once again. Bam! There we go. Now with Fugue, I will just reapply the Foxy and Prayer buff. We can also use her ultimate here as well. With Dahlia here, I will skill. With Rappa, we can use boom. There we go. There comes in the Dahlia, and we were able to get a 2-cycle clear there. We started with 29 cycles remaining, and we ended off with 27. So we took 2 cycles, and the boss we fought basically didn't really get to fight us at all due to how much we were able to delay them by breaking them with Rappa, which was pretty crazy to see just how much that boss ended up getting delayed. But now let's check out the builds for today's video. So here we have Rappa, and then here are also her stats. We are focusing on her speed and break effect, of course. For her light cone, we are using her signature light cone. But for a 4-star alternative, you can also consider After the Charmony Fall. For her traces, they are maxed out. For her relics, we are using Forge and the Iron Break set. And we also have 26 substats, and then here are each of the pieces as well. For her Eidolons, she is completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. Now we have Fugue, and here are her stats. She does have her signature light cone, but you can consider alternatives such as Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, Before the Turtle Mission Begins, Solitary Healing, and so on. For her traces, they are maxed out. For her relics, we are using Forge in the Iron Break set, and we also have 23 substats. And then here are each of the pieces. Fugue is also E0, as you all can see. Now for Ruan Mei, here she is. She does have Dance 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 equipped, but you can also consider alternative light cones as well. For her traces, they're maxed out. For her relics, we're using Spartly Von Wagon and Watchmaker, and then for her Eidolons, she is E1. Now for the Dahlia, here she is. She does have her signature light cone, but here are some alternatives that you can consider using on her. For her traces, they are maxed out. For her relics, we're using Forge in the Iron Break set, and then here are the substats as well. We have 24, and here are also each of the pieces. For her Eidolon, she is completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. And if we hypothetically had an E1 of potentially the Dahlia or maybe even Fugue, there could definitely be the potential of shaving off a cycle for our clear that we did today. E1 is a terrific Eidolon for the Dahlia, which I will be making a video very soon going over her signature light cone or her E1, so do stay tuned for that. But overall, these Eidolons are pretty powerful when it comes to what they can offer. But for my showcases, I primarily just wanted to show off the Dahlia, Fugue, and then of course the main damage dealer at E0, just so you all can see how they perform with their base kit. And overall, this was a very fun showcase to do. It was nice to try out Rappa alongside the Dahlia, and I was getting quite a lot of comments asking for, where's Rappa? I want to see a Rappa showcase. So here's a Rappa showcase for you all. And I just loved seeing how much damage Rappa was able to do throughout the showcase. It was very, very fun to see. The Dahlia overall is such a great character for the Super Break playstyle with what she's able to allow a team to do when it comes to her skill. Her skill is going to be able to increase the entire team's weakness breaking efficiency by 50%, as well as also allow the team to deal super break damage onto enemies that are not broken. This is great in the case of enemies that have very big toughness meters that may take a while to get through, or even in the case of an enemy locking off their weaknesses and not allowing you to break that enemy in the moment. Being able to still deal super break damage onto those enemies even when they aren't weakness broken is huge for the damage potential of a super break team, and the Dahlia will be able to provide a huge upgrade to existing super break teams. I have already showcased her with Firefly, with Boothill. I even did a Shui showcase. I did a Himeko showcase, as well as Boba March. So if you do want to see those showcases, do make sure to check them out on the channel. But I was very impressed with the performance of all of those teams, honestly. And when it comes to the Dahlia's ultimate, she is guaranteed to reduce enemies' defenses, which is great for being able to now deal even more damage onto those enemies. And one thing I wanted to note real quick as well, which I have noted this in my previous showcases, but this ultimate right here, the defense reduction is guaranteed, so you do not have to account for any effect hit rate for the Dahlia's base kit. However, if you do decide to use a light cone that has a base chance of inflicting a debuff, so for example, Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, it mentions that there is a 100% base chance to ensnare the hit enemy, and ensnared enemies' defenses will decrease by 16% for one turn. So with this particular light cone, you do have to account for effect hit rate in order to consistently apply the debuff from this light cone. So in that scenario, you may want to consider using an effect hit rate body piece, or even trying to get effect hit rate within your substats for your build for the Dahlia. But of course, if you are using a light cone that does not have a base chance of inflicting a debuff, then you do not have to worry about this. For example, her signature light cone does not have to worry about this factor when it comes to building her. And another thing real quick to note is that Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, the defense reduction from that light cone does not stack. So let's say you are using Fugue and the Dahlia together, both being Nihility characters, and in that scenario, ideally one of them would hold Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat while the other holds an alternative light cone option. Overall though, the Dahlia has been a lot of fun to try out, and let me know if you are considering to pull the Dahlia. I know personally I definitely am. I'm super excited to try her out on my own account, especially of course for my super break teams and being able to nicely upgrade them. So I'm personally pretty excited for the Dahlia, and I would love to know if you are also excited or if you're going to potentially skip her. And if you are skipping her, I would love to know who you're skipping her for, or if maybe you're just waiting for 4.0 and beyond. That'll be all though for today's video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider subscribing to see more Star Rail content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.